All right, here we go. Let's build a runout. Oh, you got a little rocking boat action on the camera. I could edit that out, but this could be my new thing. I'm just gonna go. All right, here we go. 7, 8, 9, and we're gonna build runouts. I just randomly threw these up, and I'm gonna show you how I build runouts in Train. So, first shot is just to push it in and leave an angle on the 8, and the 9 was sort of in the path if I tried to get too flat on the 8. So I stayed up high. And then this is like, I just set them up. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on. And I figured out, oh, that thing like checked off the rail. I was going for the side there and I ended up in the corner. So I'll just hit this shot and see what happens. And yeah, I made it. There we go. And then I set it back up. And there's a couple different options. And my option is to put the 9 up again and go back to the 8, 9 and come from the same angle and just see, can I get better on the 9? Can I get it for the side pocket? So I push it in a little harder, a little more pace, and I got good on it. So I don't need to shoot the 9. We're going to, sake of the video. And I noticed I got a little close to the 9, which is okay. So I could just change that by hitting a little thicker. And then I just said, well, what happens if I get a little flatter? So now I know that the 8 to the 9 is kind of important. So I hit it, and I end up hitting it too low on the cue ball. And I got a makeable 9, that's fine. But I'm just sort of experimenting and finding out where on the 8 I'll be and what kind of shots I'll come up with. And I'm trying to learn on every shot. So that shot I hit too low and a little hard. So then I change it and I try something different and I hit it thinner and play and softer and play for the corner. So I don't need to shoot this because we're kind of just working on our position from the 9 because we're going to be coming in to this range. I don't know why I'm hitting these down lower other than it's fun to try to figure out some different angles. In this particular shot, I'm never going to get down that low on the ball. So there I wanted to change it and you saw I hit it a little thicker. I might have thrown a little check on the outside there because I didn't like a back cut. So this one I'm almost straight in and I'm fine hitting in the corner. And so I made an adjustment. But the takeaway is, notice how I'm not setting up the 7, 8, 9, the 7, 8, 9, the 7, 8, 9, get the run out, get the run out, get the run out. I'm going from the 8 to the 9, assuming that I can get into this zone on the 8. And then I hit some other shots. It's like, all right, well, what happens if I came really far down? It's not going to be necessarily on this shot, but I want to learn this run out, right? So then I thought, well, maybe I can come through and do that shot there with a little follow. And so basically it doesn't matter if that 9's in the way and that cue ball never get down here. The point is that if I'm spraying the ball around on my shape for the 8, I need to know where to hit the 8 to get on the 9. And I don't think with the 9 there that I can get down that far. But it's just kind of more of a meta thought, which is I do play from different areas. So then I set it back up again. I've made some 8s. And now I hit it. And that seems to be like a par for me, like area. And so I get to decide, do I like that area? Do I want to squeeze a little bit more and try to get it closer? So now I'm good because I just shot a bunch from there. So now I go back to the 7 and I think, well, what can I do? Can I hit it a little better? Can I get it a little closer? Make sure I'm practicing the 7 still. And I'm trying to see, is this about where I'm going to end up? And I must have figured out this is about where I'm going to end up on this 8 ball a lot from that position. So then I hit it. I kind of thicked it in there. And it's makeable on the 9 on the side. So I just want to show you guys it's not super thin. Just pop it in. So that was a little thick. And then I pay attention. It slowed the cue ball down, right? I still got there for the 9 on the side, but hitting it thicker, the energy transfers to the object ball a little bit, slightly more, and I don't come up table as far, and I had a little back cut on the 9. And so I must have figured out, yeah, I'm fine with that. Oh, now here we go. Now we're going to build. Now I got to find the 6 ball. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to start now I know that the 789 is kind of doable for me. So I'm going to start building a longer run out. I'll start adding balls to it. And basically, I'm going to add a ball that's going to be in the starter position where it's going to leave me a similar shot that I was shooting before. So now I pull out the dots and I could kind of randomly set this up. And you'll see that once I go back and look at the shot, that actually have to hit a drag shot to make this work, because I'm going to show you guys what happens when you don't pay attention. I kind of did this purposefully to show you how you get in trouble. Boom, I hit a shot. It looks good. It looks like I have an angle on the camera, but I really don't. I'm in junk zone here. I can't come to the inside of the 9, so I have to go around to the outside of the 9 and all that stuff, and then you see what happens. It blasts. The cue ball's by the rail. I'm super flat. I can totally lose from there. So, I did that on purpose to show you guys how things go wrong and how detailed you need to be. So, I set it back up, and I got the 6 in the wrong spot. So, I'm going to put the 6 back to the right dot. And then I realized, or I wanted to show you guys, I kind of thought this was the case when I set it up, that I'm going to have to hit a drag shot to hold that angle. So, I drag it through and push through on the 6. And if you would have saw it, the cue ball's really close to the original dot right now. Yep, I just put my finger down there. And now I have a very similar shot. But I'm working on a 4-ball run out right now. So I push through, I come down. I'm almost in the same exact spot as I've been. I'm a little farther down this time because whatever. And let's see what I do here. Did I butcher this one? Nope, I didn't. I just popped it in. Easy shot. See, I'm getting a little close to that 9. I don't like that, but I don't want to put a bunch of spin on it either and spin it out. So it all worked fine. That one would have been maybe just a little thickness would have solved the issue. I keep putting the 6 in the wrong spot, but I'll figure it out by the time I get there. Okay, so now we got the 9. We've added the 6. We figured out how not to hit the 6. We figured out how to hit the 6. And we're going to add the nickel, the 5-ball. And I just randomly set it up. And I got to go get some dots. So now I randomly set it up. And I have to figure out how to get on the 6 correctly. And you're going to see that I'm going to lay out my line. And this is how I play pool too. I try to figure out my zone and the good side of my zone. So once I get the 6 in the right spot, we're going to realize that that cue ball needs to be on the correct side of the 6 ball. See, okay. And the correct side is I need to be on the closest side of the 6 ball, because there I push it. Yeah, see, now I'm looking and I'm like, I don't want to be back cutting. I want to be cutting it the other direction where the cue ball can go into the rail and hold my position on the 7. So I find my zone. I come in, I look for my zone, and I push it, and I hold that line. See, now I have a nice line on the 6 ball. I don't need a stop or a stun line or like a drag line as before. Let's check out the arm. Is it going to wiggle through? Is it straight? Oh, it had a little twist in it. That's okay for future work. Okay, but see how I kind of just rolled it and popped it into that rail. I didn't come out as... I'm really close to that dot. Now I'm on the far side of the dot, and it's a very similar shot. So I push it in, and because it was thinner, I end up higher. See that? I ended up higher, like basically a half a diamond high. And now because I'm a half a diamond high, I'm going to shoot this one incorrectly on accident, and I'm going to fan it like a total fish. And that's okay, because I don't get mad. I don't get upset. I don't start waving my cue around and pointing at the ceiling and start doubting what I'm doing. So I want to keep it high up here. And then the answer to this shot is to push through to that second rail and push it in and push through to the second rail, just like that. And then it lands with like a butterfly with sore feet with shape on the 9. If I miss this, I'm a real fish. And there you go. Of course, I'm not going to miss that. Not that I haven't missed shots like that before. And then I'm training. So I set it back up again. And because I played it improperly, I want to kind of anchor the idea. I want to anchor the idea that, oh yeah, we want to push through. And even I ended up here a little higher even. So, well, I pushed it back to the right spot. Okay, there we go. And I'm just doing the same thing. I'm just understanding and remembering that when I push through like this, the pocketing the ball is way easier and the shape is way easier. And I'm able to accelerate through and not decelerate. So I'm learning. And then here I'm going to end up getting off the shot because I realized I didn't even do my process. I got to start over. I have a process that I'm working on for aiming and for shooting. I look at the line. I come to this line. I find the line. I step on the line. I fold down. I find the angle and I fire. And it works every time like Colt 45. Okay, so there you go. Another training video in the books. Hope you guys are enjoying this. And hey, remember, I used to say I love you guys. We'll see you next time.